Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Ace Talks Boxing, and today we are going to be talking about Wilder versus Fisher deal collapsed. Also, going to be talking about Claressa the Goat Shields. Once again, just dominating boxing, or women's boxing, should I say. Well, touching that first, actually. It's quite clear by now, I think, everyone is man, like Claressa. It just feels like she's unbeatable, you know? I think you put the test in front of her, she just beats all these women up, beats them all up, and I think she calls herself the GOAT, probably because she is the GOAT, and she's able to dominate the boxing scene in the women's division time and time and time again. Now, it's consistently said that Shade Green is probably her biggest challenge. Well, Clarissa actually has an MVP ban, which stops her from fighting Shadaysha Green. I think that's a tough fight for Carissa, but also a fight that I think she can win. Who beats her? No. Can someone come? Yeah. I mean, we've got TMA Aiton, who's a great fighter. So many good fighters in the women's division have the opportunity to do. Do they get brought in too early? Yes. Do I think Kay Scott probably was 2, 3 fights away from this? 100%. Within what, 8 or 6 fights, she fought Clarissa Shields? I mean, God, you didn't really expect to win. And I think as well, you need to realize sometimes the corner advice to some of these fights are terrible. Someone like Clarissa Shields, that is a pressurous fighter. Listen, you want to keep it off, you don't want to exchange too much, but not exactly that. I think knockout just proves why and why again we call her the Guo, and she calls herself the Guo. Who's next? Well, as I said, I think Shadaysha Green is the one. Alicia Baumgartner gets talked about a lot, but I think it's quite unlikely due to the weight. I think unless they can make 46 or 53 or 54, whatever that weight is, then I think that's more feasible. But I think the weight kind of stops that. You know, imagine there was like a fight where Katie Taylor was able to make a higher weight, maybe like 54 or something, 47. What a great fight that would be with Clarissa Shields. You know, it would be a big fight, but you know how impossible that is. Also, I will say one thing about Clarissa. She never fails to disappoint. Never fails to disappoint. Always shows why she's tough. I thought she looked nervous in the face-off, but she was actually calm. She was actually calm in the fight. I thought she looked nervous, but it is what it is. I think Clarissa Shields is probably one of the biggest fighters. I think we definitely have probably one of the best women fighters in our generation. We should appreciate and respect her for that. And yeah, hope to see her back soon. Hearing December could be the date. You never know. This is boxing. Gonna move on to Johnny Fisher versus Deontay Wilder. Deal collapse. I mean, first of all, what I would say is what a fight this would have been. You know, I think it would have been a good fight for Johnny Fisher. I think this is a very, very, very good fight. I think this is the fight that Eddie Hearn quite said a few times that he wasn't really interested in making. If I can find the clip, I will put it in. But I think Eddie did say for the money he just couldn't pay it up for Fisher, which is quite surprising because I think Wilder versus Fisher would do numbers, which is weird. Saying that from Eddie, I think he would love to make a fight like this. I don't know why he hasn't. I think Wilder Fisher does numbers. But yeah, let me find it.
Swim or crawl to the Zuffer office as quickly as you can and sign that contract. That's my advice to Johnny Fisher. Listen, well, I'll get on. I love Johnny, love the family. The biggest problem is the level of opposition that he wants to fight. My offer was less than a sixth of what they offered, because no one wants to watch that kind of fight and no one wants to buy a ticket for that kind of fight, so it has a value, right? So You got like that's a brilliant opportunity for Johnny Fisher, and he's got to take that with both hands. If the Zuffa offer was half of what it was, I wouldn't have matched. So I'm pleased for Johnny, honestly, because boxing's a tough sport. He's done it the right way. He's come to see me. We've had a chat. Where he wanted to go was different to what I wanted to do with him, and if he can make that kind of money for those kind of fights, hurry up, drive down there now and sign that contract, and we wish him all the best.
Yeah, listen, I'm just gonna assume he's talking about some different fight, because fuck me, this is a big fight. This is a big fight. This sells the O2, maybe 18,000, 16,000, if you can get a good undercard as well. I think this does very good pay-per-view numbers on the zone, America and the UK. What my opinion is Eddie is probably being told elsewise. You know, I think he probably got told a different fight because this ain't the same fight. It just can't be. He's a promoter. He knows this. It can't be the same fight. It's probably a different fight as well. And Johnny is gonna make a load more money. So yeah, listen, what a good fight this would have been anyways. What's next? What's next for Johnny? I guess I think that's the big question. Is it Akaya Jagba, Otto Wallen, or the guy that beat him? Um, Charles Martin. I think David Adelaide's coming there as well. I think that's a fight I would watch. Richard Riakpo too. I think that's an interesting fight. They are starting to sign some fighters. The fight you have to give them that they are doing quite well. And they are starting to be quite competitive. They are starting to spend a lot of money. How long can you keep that up for is the question. I think they will. I think they will. I think they're ambitious. I think they will. Can the plan work? That's the thing. I don't think the plan that they have lasts too long. But you never know. You never know. This is boxing. This is Ace Boxing, and I'm gonna see you lot out in the next video. Could be something interesting. Bye.